So when you're driving for dollars, what are the top things that you're looking for when you're cruising down the street?
So something that stood out to me was the most, I drive through a lot of the areas, day to day driving. And as I'm driving through these excuse me, as I'm driving through these neighborhoods and I'm seeing certain houses, a lot of the times I look at the trash can. So of course, trash get picked up every week. So if I drive by this house one day, okay, trash cans in the same spot. Drive by this house again the next week, trash cans in the same spot. And that was kind of like a niche type of thing that I look for in properties.
Or if it's trash day, who didn't take their trash to the road?
Exactly. Right? So, little stuff like that. Of course, the obvious. You see broken windows. A lot of the times, no trespassing signs. Just high grass. Just anything would make it look like no one's been living in that property.
I look at the driveway a lot too. Like when there's a lot of pine needles.
Exactly.
And you can tell no traffic has gone over that driveway in months, right?
Exactly, yeah.
I always look at the driveway, and if it's just covered in debris and leaves and shrubs.
And like I said, some of these, especially like with the trash can thing, and I'm hitting back on it because a lot of times properties won't necessarily look distressed for it to have been sitting there vacant for a long time. And, a lot of times, sometimes you can miss out on a lead like that, possibly, just by it not necessarily looking like it's vacant. So you try to find different little ways to see if that property, may actually be vacant without it looking obviously distressed. Because some people have a property and they actually keep it up just because they don't want to, the county or something to come by and, get them a violation for something like that. So, so it's, all this is good. Just find ways to try, just see if that thing is actually sitting vacant.
Yeah.
Or
even look at the electrical meter, and if you see little red tag, tag on the electrical meter, again, you got to be creeping real slow, right, to be able to look at it. But if it's a house that looks like it's kind of run down, see if that meter's got a tag.
And I'm gonna tell you something else that I do. If I ride by a house a while and I notice other houses around it always have cars in the yard, I'll actually knock on the door. Hey, sorry to bother you. Or, somebody might be outside. Just the other day, I was driving through a neighborhood, like being said, creeping through. And saw a guy standing out in his yard and literally like right next door to him. I didn't see this house driving because I was looking at the other side. Came back out, saw a house right beside him. Like, hey, man, you know anything about this house here? And he was like, yeah, someone actually is, has already bought it, looking to fix it up. And, we're just having a little conversation. And within that conversation, he actually told me that he was thinking about selling his house in a couple of years. So just by having just a little brief conversation, you might have missed out on this one, but you never know what you could get out of someone else. And someone that's been living in that area for a long time can actually tell you probably what's going on in that area. Just because you didn't have that one opportunity, now you still give yourself a shot at something down the road.
I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because we're always in this hustle mentality. How can I get more leads and build my list and call more people and line up contracts, right? But we miss the relationship aspect and the bigger picture things, right? So everything that you do, like the door knocking is a perfect example. You want to get more in. If there's a house that is in a neighborhood that you really want to find a house, or your buyers want a house, right? But had your eye on it for months, right? You want to get that insight. The best way to do that is go talk to the neighbors. And guess what? The neighbors might just give you a warm handoff and give you their phone number or tee up an appointment so you can meet them in person. And that's almost as strong as a referral from someone inside your network.